Hello, welcome to the Yes You May live stream podcast with me, Amanda May Gray. I was recently asked a question from my friend Hanni Berger. She asked me, where does joy show up physically in your body? How does it show up physically in your body? And this question really, it kind of got me thinking. And it was one of those situations where you just got to start talking, and you've got 2 minutes to answer this question. If you're part of Toastmasters, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's called Table Topics. If you're not part of the organization, check it out. It's really great if you're trying to learn how to be a good leader, how to be a better communicator, just the same. She asked me the question, how does joy show up physically in your body? And in thinking about it, I came to the conclusion that for me, joy makes me sit up a little straighter. I have a huge smile on my face, and frankly, I don't have a very good poker face when I'm really excited about something. Like, I just light up, right? And I think for a lot of people that happens. You sit up straighter, your eyes get bigger, you get this big old smile on your face, and just think, like, what does your body do when you see the cutest little puppy dog on the street? You're like, oh my God. And if you're not like that, we need to talk. But no, uh, what's something that makes you light up? What makes you really excited? And I want you to think, how does that reflect in your body? What do? Do you stand up taller? Do you get a giddy? Do you have a hard time sitting still? I do. I do anyways, but that's another story. That's that ADHD still in my issues. But then what I thought about was how I've used that as a tool and a tactic in my sales career, like my whole life, right? So, if you don't know, I am a former full 100% commission salesperson. I've sold jewelry, cell phones, homes. I currently sell liquor. And I think that in life, we are always selling ourselves, not just to other people, but to our own self as well. And if you don't think that sales is important to you, or being able to communicate your own business, your own, what you do and how you are acquiring money, or how you are living about something important, maybe you have a message, maybe you work for a nonprofit, or maybe there's something political, right? All of those things require a certain amount of sales. And so today I want to talk to you about how you can use joy and this idea of how it embodies you when you feel it in your business, in sales. You see, what I find is that people want whatever other people find exciting. So maybe, I shouldn't say maybe, I guarantee at some point in your life, you have had somebody tell you about something, either an experience, a product, and you then really want to do or have the same thing. And they probably weren't trying to sell you. Maybe they were. I don't know. It might not have even been benefiting them, right? But at some point, you've had somebody talk about something and they get excited, right? You can think of a time, I'm sure if you think about it, when you saw somebody else like really excited about something or really passionate about something, maybe even in sports, right? You could see the passion somebody has and you want to join in on that. You want to experience it as well. Because joy and happiness are contagious. Frankly, most feelings are contagious, but we're focusing on the good ones right now. Focusing on the good ones. People, stay with me here. When you see somebody else that excited, you want to get involved with whatever it is. So how does this relate to business? Pretty simple, really. If I'm really excited about a particular feature of my product, of my service, and that's the thing that I talk about, the thing that I expand on, the thing that when somebody asks me, what do you do? I always bring this up, or when I'm trying to sell a specific item, I always bring up this thing I really love about this product. That excitement is going to transform my body. It's going to make me sit up straighter. It's going to light my whole face up. You will see it on my body. And then you are going to be more excited and you're going to want to buy it. You're going to want to lean in and learn more. And that lean in factor, I don't have a phrase for it yet. Hope maybe I can come up with something while we're talking, but that lean in factor, that's what you want. That's what you should be striving to achieve. Now, when doing this, you always want it to be honest and ethical and really be using something you really love. But let me give you an example, and maybe that'll help frame this up for some of you. So I sell whiskey for Crown Royal. And if you're not familiar, Crown Royal whiskey has a lot of flavors. And one of the flavors is apple. Now, some of you are like, oh yeah, I love apple. It's like the best. And then some of you might be like me and be like, I could do without it. It's not really my jam. You know what I'm saying? It's a little sweet. To me, it's the sweetest of all of their flavors. But it's one of the flavors that I still have to sell. And I do love whiskey, right? I love some of their other variants. But if I had to choose between all of the crowns, that would be the last one I would choose. Personally, I'm going to be honest. However, when I have to sell it, when that's the thing I'm promoting and doing, I use this, what I call the what's really cool method. And here's how it works. I'm just going to dive into the example instead of trying to explain it because I think it's going to make a lot more sense. What's really cool with the Crown Royal apple is when you mix it with ginger beer, because ginger beer just really evens the whole thing out and gives it such a great flavor profile that makes an amazing cocktail. It's like turning down the sweetness and turning up the spiciness, and just in such an easy way, giving you something that if you serve this to your friends, they are going to be so impressed. They're going to think that you did a whole heck of a lot more than two things, which is just the crown apple and the ginger beer. Do you see what I did there? Are you kind of considering right now that you might want a Crown Royal apple with ginger beer drink? You're welcome / sorry, all at the same time. But what I did was I found something that I truly, honestly, really enjoy. What I truly, honestly think is really cool. And in utilizing that one thing and talking about it directly, I got more excited because I really like it. And that excitement, that energy that automatically comes through when I talk about it gets transferred to you. And then you are leaning in and saying, oh, what is it? What's the combination? I think I'd like to try that. That sounds good. Even if you don't like ginger beer or Crown Royal apple, there's a decent chance you're kind of like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I'd like to try that because of my excitement about it. So it doesn't matter what your topic is, what your product is. I don't care if you're trying to talk software or the weather or, I don't know, what's something that might not be very exciting. Code. Man, I don't know anything about code, right? It doesn't matter the topic, the subject that you're talking about. When you are trying to speak or, sell something, if you use my what's really cool method and find that one thing that you really think is neat or cool or fun or exciting, and you make sure you talk about that each and every time, your success rate is instantly going to get better because you really believe that it's awesome. And we all really want to feel happy, to feel excitement, to feel joy. If you can pull this technique into your own world, whether it's sales or even just in your own elevator pitch about yourself, you will close more. You will get more people leaning in, being interested, and if nothing else, wanting to find somebody else who does want to be able to help you out, use your service, use your product. My friend recently asked, or I shouldn't say asked, she kind of just made the statement and I was like, yeah, we got to do that. She said, I need a better elevator pitch. And I really sincerely think you can utilize this in any of these things. So for her, she's a realtor. She, of course, sells homes, right? And she's like, how do I make people lean in? Okay, let's use this as an example. What's the one thing, and maybe I can get her on here next week and we can try this. Oh, that'd be fun. Cheryl, Cheryl, you're coming on next week. I hope you can find some time to come and talk with me and test my theory. But if she always talks about the one thing that really excites her about her industry, about her brokerage, about the housing, market in general, and she shows that passion and that excitement, people are gonna want to work with her because everybody wants to have some more energy, some more excitement, some more joy. So how does joy show up for you physically? What makes you feel joy, see joy? What's really cool about your job, your business, your product, your service? There's always something. What's that one thing that lights you up? Maybe the term cool isn't resonating with you. So what lights you up about what you do? I don't care if you're a lawyer, you can use this. I used that concept with some lawyers about a month ago now. And they were like, oh, I don't know about cool. And I was like, but what's the thing that you find exciting? Keep it simple and honest. You don't ever want to have bad integrity because you're just lying through your teeth. And frankly, we can see that these days, right? It's really easy to identify when somebody's just they're kind of BSing us. You know what I'm saying? I can always tell when my kids are like telling me the answer I want to hear. And I'm like, no, but for real, did you like the shirt or no? And they're like, yeah, man, of course, it's great. And I'm like, so that's a no. Like you can tell. Everybody knows. Maybe the younger generation is still learning these things, but I highly doubt that they are completely oblivious to it. So find that thing that lights you up, that gets you excited. What can you do? And I'd love in the comments. Sorry, there's a plane going overhead, of course. I'd love that in the comments, show notes, wherever you're watching or listening to this, or if you're listening to it on a podcast and you can't leave notes, come find me under Amanda Mae Gray on Insta, LinkedIn. I don't care where you find me. I'm everywhere under my full name. How can you utilize this method in your own life, in your own business, in your own sales? I'd love to see some more examples to help other people spark their joy, like Marie Kondo says, and spark ideas on how they can implement this into their own life to be more successful. How do you find joy? And how can you bring that into your own world? Thank you for listening. If this is something that was helpful for you, also let me know. Share it out with somebody that you think is maybe in a rut trying to figure things out for themselves and needs a little bit more joy, needs some sunshine in their life, right? Needs to learn how to be a more effective salesperson. If you're lacking in confidence in this area, I promise if you use this method and sincerely find something, you will do so much better. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one next week. And hopefully we can get Cheryl on here so we can test this method with her. Bye, guys. Have a great day.